So today we're supposed to do our living room and our dining room. But this is my living room, and you can see that we just don't have any papers or magazines. I got the tripod there. We have some Dutch shoes. We have a fireplace. We have a chair. And I'll walk over here. All we have on this table are coasters. We don't have any magazines. And I'll pan around the room. We don't have a lot of stuff on the walls. And camera's having a hard time keeping up. We do have a little dresser here. This was my aunt's dresser that I inherited. And it had a mirror on it, and it was in a bedroom that it was just too big for the bedroom. So we got rid of the mirror. Hopefully someone else is enjoying the mirror. And we store things in here. There's some books on top of it. Karen has gone to fiddle camp. But we don't have much in these drawers. And by the way, the top two drawers are empty. I just checked. And the second two drawers are Karen's. So I don't have anything to do in the living room. Now I'm going to go walk around this little corner. The dog's drinking some water. Her name is Izzy. And this is our dining room. And all we have is a table, 2 chairs. We don't have a buffet or anything, so nothing to declutter there. So what I thought I would do is come back into the living room and finish those 2 boxes that I need to go through, but I'll do them in the living room. Okay, so here we are in the living room, and it's still hot up here, so you'll hear fans in the background. And my dog is sitting here. She's going to be the supervisor, and we're going to start going through these boxes that were in my office. And I kind of suspect that there are papers that I didn't want to deal with. And so we're going to go through and look. So there's probably a lot of stuff we can go through. And if I could pare it down to 1 box, that'd be great. So this is stuff about a society that I am a member of. And I've got statements going back since the beginning of time. So I'm going to keep the original certificate and then the latest one that I can find. So far it's 2010. And then these are where all the plots are for our family in West. So I want to keep that. But these can be shredded because I have duplicates. So now we have stuff about garage doors that we had in Austin. Well, that was a while back. We probably should have given them to the owners. So I'm going to start 2 piles on the ground. One will be shred and one will be trash. Oh, and I remember when we had those garage doors installed. The guy didn't know what he was doing, and it took forever. Oh, this is about the air conditioner we had in Austin. So we probably can just... Oh, this is everything about the company. We don't need that. That's all shred and a piece of paper, which is trash. This is going pretty good. Well, this is the book for my circular saw. And Walkman I don't have anymore. And you know, the circular saw I still have, but I would never look at this book. I would go online. So that's a tosser. And this is pretty bad, so I'm going to get rid of that. And we have paper clips, so that can stay there. Boy, I'm glad I kept all this. But would we ever need this book? Would we ever use this book? We've had the Bose for forever. It's our stereo. I don't think we need it. What are these? I tell you, I keep more junk. Oh, this is a Japanese maple and a Hosum haw. I bet these are plants that my sister gave me when we lived in Austin, in a lemon. We don't have any of those plants anymore. Get rid of that. Okay. Oh, where's my keeper pile? We'll put keeper pile over here behind me. Isn't this boring? I bet it's boring. I'll probably speed this up. Oh, we made this little nativity scene out of pots one year. But I will never do that again because I've already done it once. These are some tree companies in Austin. Glad I kept that. And this is recycle. This box is attacking me. And I guess we should, while I'm going through this, talk about why do I keep this stuff. This is scary. I mean, why am I keeping this stuff? You know, I was so young when I had just I was young and I'd come out of a bad deal with another house and didn't have any money when I bought that house. And so I think I kept everything because I was so afraid of everything. Oh, this one I got the house in Austin re-roofed. And gutters, and did a really good job. But you know, that was in 1999. Glad I kept that receipt. This is delayed decisions, y'all. Delayed decisions. So, just FYI, I get all my statements online now. I don't get them sent to me in hardcover like this because it's just a lot of paper. And you know that what's hard about those statements is they put your name and address and account number on every page, so you have to shred every single one. Oh, and here's a floppy disk. And you know what? I was at my mother's house. She had a ton of these that we needed to destroy, and I got a hammer and everything. And then silly me watched on YouTube how you just open them up and get rid of them. And it's real easy. So I should have done that from the first place. So this is sold. This is the account before the account that I closed. Oh, my birth certificate. Ooh, my Social Security card. And then this is a sad one. I might start crying here. This is like my dad's death certificate. What we paid for his service. His VA stuff. I don't remember what this was. Oh, this is kind of sweet. You know, I don't know why I got it, but it's from the United States government. It says this is in grateful recognition of your father's service to this country. And my dad he didn't really want to be in the Army, but he had to be in the Army. And he didn't really like the Army, but it's kind of nice. He likes it. He loved this country, don't get me wrong. My dad loved this country. But he didn't like the Army. And who could blame him? He had to fight in World War II. But that's nice they sent that. And you gotta have all the paperwork, and I tell you, when you die, it's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. For the people who don't die. It's a lot of work. Ta-da! Empty! So this box is donated. Okay, so here's part of the haul. from tonight's work. I got one whole bag to shred. I emptied out both of those boxes, and there was like this like suitcase file cabinet thing that I have got out of a file cabinet drawer, and I cleaned that out, and I put some of the files out of one of these boxes in that drawer. And I have made a promise to myself to go through those rather than just leave them in there and forget them, because there's some stuff that was like, ooh, I should really look at that. And I'm sitting in front of my empty shelf that I cleared out. And I did get both of those boxes gone. I went through it. A lot of things I realized about myself is I keep all the paper. I guess I'm worried about if I need it or they, whatever. Like if somebody says, hey Irene, do you have this paperwork about something? I guess I feel like I could say, yeah, I've got that from eons ago. And what I did have some stuff I couldn't get rid of, but I didn't want those boxes up here. So I had a file cabinet, and one whole, well, it was 1.5 drawers were full of paperwork from the buying and selling of homes. I've, in my life, owned 3 different houses. And I looked online, and you only need to keep your most current one and anything for 3 years. So I've been in this house 8 years, so I really only have to have paperwork about this house. So Karen and I own the other house before, and she's out of town, so I'm not going to shred that. But the very first house I bought, I'm going to shred all that stuff, because Karen wasn't involved in that house or anything. And it's going to feel good. That was a disaster house purchase. That's going to feel so awesome to purge all that by shredding it. And why did I keep it? Oh my goodness, I'm just amazed that this house hadn't fallen apart with all the paper that was in it. So in my car now I have all the books to go to the thrift store. Those 2 boxes, those are nice for filing. Somebody will probably want those. And this really nice foldable thing for files. And I don't want it because I don't want to hide paper and stuff like that anymore. So I'm real proud of myself. I cleared out one whole area. I might put my camera stuff there, like my lenses and stuff. And I just am so excited to have done that. But I still got a lot more work in this office, and I'm going to shred all that, well, a good portion of that paper. And nobody wants to watch that. So, good night.